Hello, I am Neon Zombie Kitty here, and I know this game is supposed to or this channel is supposed to just be about gaming and stuff, but I've wanted to really talk about this because I see it as an issue all day, and I know there's people out there that have issues with it just like I do. So, I just wanted to get this out there and talk to you guys. The null tolerance rule is pretty ridiculous. I mean, I can understand some rules, I really can, but there gets to a point that they really cross the line. And where they cross the line is over the whole, well, one of the lines that they cross is what offends people and what does not offend people. They really pick and choose when it comes to that. I live in the Bible Belt. I'm not gonna lie. I live in a place that is really just, there's rednecks everywhere. Now, I don't mind. I'm a very loving person. I don't mind people doing their own thing if they're not hurting others or themselves, unless they're kind of into that thing, and then that's just not my thing, though, personally. But if they're gonna do things that it's not hurting others, okay, fine. But when you start putting others down for being who they are, that's just not right. I mean, there's so many people that really don't get it. And unfortunately, I can't necessarily say that I get harassed for some of the things I do. I don't, but I do get in trouble with teachers. Now, I know a lot of you don't really know what the swastika was originally called and what originally meant and all this. Most people, if they see a swastika, they just automatically think hate, Hitler, and all this. But you should really do your research, and I promise you, you will find out some pretty interesting things. Like, ooh, that's good. Like, I bet a lot of people didn't know that it originated like 5,000 years before Hitler got a hold of it. I think it was. And it's used in very many religions. Hindu, Buddhism. They've even got a swastika that's intertwined with the Star of David. There's so many different swastikas out there. And I draw this Hindu swastika on my arm all the time. No, I'm not Hindu. I mean, I don't really have a specific religion that I am. But I still like the meaning of the swastika. Because the original meaning of the swastika was not hate. It wasn't, oh, let's go gas all the Jews. No, that was not the original meaning of the swastika. The original meaning of the swastika was love, life, good fortune, good luck, whatever. Things like that. Peace. And my teachers absolutely refuse to learn anything about the swastika. And they think automatically that because I wear it, I should get in trouble. Now here where the picking and choosing comes in. Okay? Anyone know what the rebel flag stands for? Think about it. The rebel flag can be used for hate, just as the swastika can be. And now, I know someone that, likes the design of the rebel flag, but that's it. She doesn't like the meaning behind it. But I see so many, especially males at my school, that wear the rebel flag. And it can be very offensive. I don't really find things offensive, but I know people that can find that offensive. I mean, blacks can find that offensive. People who have blacks in their family can find that offensive. my point is, you can find anything offensive. Literally, anything. Just because you find it offensive, though, doesn't give you the right to tell that person not to wear it. So, that's basically the main point of this video. And I had this all planned out in my head, and now I've lost it. I took too long fixing my mic and stuff. But, and I know that's not the only issue. I do want to point that out. I know that's not the only issue, people drawing on their arms, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not the only issue. Because I have a friend. She goes to a different school than me. I think she goes to a city school. She wears leggings, or not leggings, but pants that have holes in them. And I do that. And I generally wear leggings under mine if I absolutely have to. But she did that. She wore leggings underneath her ripped jeans. And she got in trouble for that. And that's stupid. They're crossing the line over with that too. The no tolerance rule is just getting stupid. It really is. And it makes me mad to see teachers and principals teaching hate to the children. Because that's all they are doing. They're teaching that you're not supposed to tolerate anything anyone wears or does or how they act. Like I said, I can understand some rules. But then there's the rules that I just don't get. If someone's not allowed to wear a religious symbol just because the people don't know what it really means, then Christians shouldn't be allowed to wear their crosses. I don't mind Christians. I have had a couple Christian friends. But anything can be offensive. And it's up to the person that sees it whether or not they find it offensive. If it's not on your arm, it shouldn't bug you. It's on someone else's arm. They're wearing it. Let them wear it. Don't be that dick that goes to the office complaining about someone wearing something offensive that you don't like. That's really messed up. Because you're just making an ass out of yourself. And the teachers are making an ass out of themselves for getting that person in trouble. Everyone should learn to love and tolerate others. If you can't do that, then you're going to live a sad existence. I'm sorry, but you are. And this is completely lopsided. I don't agree with people hating. I really don't. And it saddens me to see so much hate in this world. There's just too much. And by the time that I have kids, if I ever have any, that's all the world's gonna be is hate. It's up to my generation, especially, to turn that around. To look at something and be like, oh, hey, I like that symbol. Or not have to be afraid to say, I like that symbol. Or, I like this person. Or anything like that. Anything. And we're not going to learn to do that if the parents don't teach them. And it's sad. It really is, and this is really ridiculous. I messed up. It's really sad to see so many people hating. I know I said that, but I'm going to say it over and over and over for as long as I live. I want to see everyone get along. I really do. I want to be able to live in a world where I don't have to fear getting ridiculed over something that I draw on my arm. Or something that I like. Or how I dress even. I want my children. I want my friends. I want everyone I know to be able to live in a world like that. There's so much issues as it is. People committing suicide over bullying and stuff like that. And no one ever gets it. They don't. I mean, I see people getting bullied. I see people getting ridiculed or made fun of because of something they do or talk about or whatever. And it's really sad. If you can't grow some balls and say, hey, and say, hey, that person's wearing something that I don't like. Well, let's go enjoy the things that I do like. Then you don't deserve to like things yourself. I know that sounds weird, but if you can't accept people for who they are, then you don't deserve the kindness of others. You just don't deserve it. And I know, me personally, I've had issues before in the past with not judging people. I'm not gonna lie. I've done it before. I've done it more than once. And I regret it. Oh, wait. I did that wrong. No wonder it looks weird. Wow. And, everyone makes mistakes. But when you continue to make fun of someone or whatever, then it's not a mistake anymore. You've crossed the line. Like I said, I had all this planned out in my head. Now it's just coming out as gibberish. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry how this video is going. It's probably really, really lame, but I just wanted to really talk to you guys about this. Anyone who watches this video. And like I said, I know I'm not the only one. I know there's other people out there that have the exact same issues that I do. Well, maybe not the exact, but you know what I mean. And I just want everyone on this channel to know, whoever watches this video, that if you ever have any issues, just leave a comment or message me. Because I will try my best to listen and hear you out and talk to you about it. I mean, I can't promise that I will be of much help, but I'll try my best. I think everyone deserves to like what they want, to do what they want if they're not hurting anyone, and be happy. Everyone deserves happiness. No one deserves to be put down because they like certain symbols or whatever, or they wear certain clothes even. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard not to look at someone and be like, ew, she's gross, just because she likes anime. That was the first thing that came to my mind. I was gonna say My Little Pony, but it's not abnormal for a girl to like My Little Pony. Guy, even, looking at a guy and saying, hey, that's gross, he likes My Little Pony. Don't do that. Let them like what they like. Let the people wear their religious symbols, or even if it's not actually their religion, let them wear what they want. If they want to wear a cross and not be Christian, let them do that. If they want to wear a Hindu symbol and not be Hindu, what does it matter to you? Are they hurting you? Besides you getting butthurt over something that's just stupid? Why am I doing it like that? It's stupid to get butthurt over it. It really is. I understand Hitler did a lot of horrible things. He really did. But that's in the past. And we can't fix things if we focus on all the negative that he's done. You can't always focus on the negative. You can't. The human race altogether have to move on and say, hey, he did horrible things, sure. But just because someone's wearing a swastika doesn't mean anything. Especially if it's a Hindu swastika, like the one I'm actually doing right now. This is what I draw on my arm every day. And I get shit for it every time at least one of the teachers, sees it. And I hate it. I really do. I I can't stand it. I really can't. Because it's just a symbol. It really is. It's just a symbol. So why be bothered by it? Because all you're doing is making yourself look like an asshole and putting someone down. That's all you're doing, really. Literally, that's all you're doing. Just love. Sit back and love everyone. Okay, well, not everyone, but be nice to everyone. Let's put it that way. Accept things you cannot change and move on with your own life. If that person's not hurting you, don't bother with them. Ignore them. Just like, okay, whatever. And I know it's human nature to judge others and blah, 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 blah. But it's also human nature to love. Why can't you love instead of hate? Because love is so much better than hating everything around you. If you hate everything around you, all you're doing is making yourself miserable. That's all you're doing. And that's what this no tolerance rule is causing. It really is. Because you see kids every day getting pulled to the office because, they're wearing holes in their jeans. They have like one hole above the knee that, whatever. Or you see someone getting pulled in the office because they drew the religious symbol on their arm. I don't see that much at my school because not many people really, most of them are Christian, and if they're not, there's not many people that know about other types of religion besides what you normally think of. And even then, they don't know like the symbols or whatever. Like I said, I live in the Bible Belt. That's all I can think of to say, really. I think there's more that I wanted to say, but I can't think of it right now. Just this one last message for anyone who watches this. Think about how you would want your child to be treated. If you have a child, or if you're planning on having a child, or if you don't even want a child, if you don't even want a child, just think and imagine if you did have a child, what it would be like if they got sent to the office because of a religious symbol. How would you feel? Wouldn't you be pretty upset? How would you feel if your child was being made fun of because of how they dressed? I know a lot of people really don't care, But when you really think about it, you should care. Because that person sitting next to you, they could be going through hell at home. They could be being abused. That person you called fat, they probably starve themselves because they feel less than everyone else. That person you make fun of because of the religious symbol, they're actually really smart and do their research. You never know. You don't know a person until you actually talk to them. And anymore, humans don't want to do that. They don't want to sit down and be like, okay, so this person's really weird, but I wonder what they're really like, how they really are. People don't sit down and do that anymore. Humans just want to ignore that altogether, and it's sad. Just love and tolerate. Like I said, like I said earlier, you don't really necessarily have to love everyone, but it would be nice to at least tolerate them, Don't down them. don't, go talk about them behind their backs. It's simple. It really is. You may think that it's hard to not talk about someone, but it's a whole lot easier than you think. You just refuse to do it. And I know not everyone's like that, because I've met a few people that aren't like that. And I've also met victims of being ridiculed. One of my friends, he's been ridiculed a lot. And it nearly drove him to suicide. And to be truthful, he's one of my best friends. He really is. All my friends that I have, if any of them ever killed themselves, I don't know what I would do. Because whenever you ridicule someone, you're not just hurting the person themselves, but you're hurting everyone around them. Because the person that they care about is in pain because of some stupid reason. So think about your actions. Think about what you said to that person yesterday. Think about what you've ever said to anyone. Was it nice or was it mean? Do you know that person personally? Have you ever been to their house? Have you seen what they do outside of school? It takes a lot of pride. It takes a lot to swallow your pride, is what I meant to say. And ignore everyone. I know it does. It really does. It takes a lot to ignore the people that, you don't like for some odd reason or another. But once you ignore the fact that, that person is wearing a shirt that you don't, you'll be so much happier. I promise. Live your life and let others live theirs. It's as simple as that. It's so much more simple than anyone will ever think. If you can't learn to accept the things that you can't change, then you're probably gonna be one miserable motherfucker. I hate to say it, I really do, but yeah, I'm sorry if any of this video was repeated or anything. And I'm sorry if it seems pretty shitty. But I had this planned out before I started this video, and I completely, as soon as I started, my mind just... Really, this whole topic was supposed to just be about the no tolerant rule. But it turned into a whole big rant, I guess. I'll try not to do these videos very often. Yeah. But as I said earlier in the video, if anyone's ever having any issues with school or at home, hit me up. I might give you my Skype or whatever, and we can talk on there, and if you want to, that is. I'm willing to talk to people. And I know I'm not always the best help. I'm not always the best person in the world. I have my flaws. But I want to try to help my best to help anyone who's going through issues. And if you're being bullied, stand up. If you end up getting in trouble because you stood up to your bully, then oh well. Worth it, it would be worth it in my opinion. So, let's see. Is there anything else I want to say before I end this? Not really that I can think of. Like I said, I want to live in a world where we can be free of worrying about if someone's going to down you for whatever you're wearing. And we can't do that unless everyone takes a stand and stands up for everyone's rights to wear what they want to wear, act how they want to act. Unless they're murdering people, then that's not going to be a very good thing, I guess. Like I said, if you're not hurting anyone, do whatever you want. That's how I feel about things. That's me personally. I want everyone to be happy. That's basically it. Everyone deserves the happiness. And this whole no tolerance thing is stupid. It really is. And it's gonna affect a lot of kids. It is. It's gonna affect people. I mean, years down the road, what do you think's gonna happen to my generation and then the next generation even? Before we know it, this world's gonna be nothing filled with hate if everyone keeps this up. And that's gonna be the destruction of the human race. I believe that wholeheartedly. Can't think of anything else to say. I really can't. Well, then I guess I'll go ahead and end it here. If I think of anything else, I might talk about it in my next video. If I think of anything else, probably won't. I'll probably try in the next video to focus on whatever game I'm playing. Because, like I said, I don't want to do these videos very often. I enjoy watching them sometimes, depending on my mood. But, not everyone's like that. So, I guess I will see you guys next time. And peace out.